Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Rebecca. So we'll spend the next hour and a half together. We do this once a week, and the exercise we'll spend about an hour exercising while sitting, and then the remaining time would be exercise on the floor. And we alternate from week to week. So this week is the QiGong exercise, Jing. Um, uh, and so the pairing with that is a massage of the um, energy lines in the body, energy points, and we focus on all extremities, the fingers, the toes, and the top of the head. Okay. All right. So let's focus. Bring our mind back to our body. Stretch our spine. Open the shoulder. Lean back the upper torso, and then relax the shoulder. I'm going to focus on the left hand. We bring out the right hand. We use the thumb and use this part of the thumb, the bone part, and then we focus one finger at a time and then one joint at a time. So we put a thumb on top of the joint. We massage the front, the left, and the right. And then after we finish one joint, we go to the next joint. Now, keep in mind that this is actually a meditation practice. And by meditation, we start with anchoring. We anchor our mind onto our body, focusing on the body, focusing on the change of the body, and examining the feeling of the body, any pain, heat, wetness, numbness, and then to the thumb. Okay. And then we take the left hand, the thumb, and then we work on the right hand. Again, one finger at a time, one joint at a time, massaging the front, the left, the right. All the time, we anchor our mind onto the fingers, one at a time. Okay. Now we're going to flip the hand so the palm of the hand is facing down. And again, coming back to the right finger, right thumb, and we massage the joint, one joint at a time. Now, the Chinese believe that the fingers um, are actually their, each of the fingers, there are five of them mostly, right? And each of them represents an element. So the elements are water, um, vegetation, fire, mineral, and soil, right? And so they correspond to the internal organs as well. So the five internal organs, the yin organs are the heart, the lung, the splint, the kidney, and the liver, right? So each of the fingers are responsible for one of those internal organs. So we spend a lot of time working on our fingers. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the right hand, the thumb, and the index finger, and we're going to squeeze the nail on the corners of the nail. Squeeze, squeeze. And then we use left hand, again, squeeze. And then we're going to come back to the right hand. You use the right hand, two fingers, actually as many as you need. And then we're just going to pull on each of the fingers, one joint at a time. And then now pull on the right. Okay, now we're going to work on the back of the hand, and we start with these four fingers, and then so there's three of these, like the valley points. So we use the thumb and just massage those valley points, right? There's the bottom of the V, right? And then now same thing, massage the bottom of the V. Okay, and then now you notice that each of the fingers they eventually join together at the wrist. So we're going to massage in between the bones. Same thing on the other side. As we age, we have a lot of pain, and the pain is a result of inflammation. And of course, we know that as in many names, arthritis, for example, and we tend to have we start to have arthritis on the fingers. So not only does it help with the rest of the body, but relieving pain on the fingers, very important. Now, as these fingers come together at the wrist, you will find there are two dimple here. So I just want you to use the thumb and massage. It's very easy to find. Okay, and then same thing on the other side. All right. Okay. Now we're going to put the hands on top. Put the right hand on top of the left hand, the palm touching the back of the hand. The fingers are squeezing slightly, and then just massage. This is something that you can do all day long, right? Watching TV, uh, in between um, activities, waiting for the bus, um, sitting on the airplane, right? Those are the things you can do. It actually helps with the rest of the body. Okay, so now we're going to work on the palm of the hand. So imagine there's a big circle in the palm of the hand and just kind of rub that together. This is actually very good for the heart as well as the lung. And then, okay, now we're going to do one Qigong exercise, which is squeezing the finger. As simple as it looks, it's actually quite important. It's an exercise that is promoted by retired university professor after he had a stroke. And so he actually fully recovered from this simple exercise. So I want you to use the thumb and the index finger, putting the two fingers together and just squeeze as hard as you can. And then I'll go to the middle finger and the thumb and squeeze as hard as you can. And then now to the ring finger and squeeze. And then to the last one and squeeze. Okay, now after you squeeze the tips, I want you to come back and then put the thumb in the middle of the finger. You can put it in between the joints or you can put it on top of the joint, whichever is comfortable. And just squeeze again, second time, one finger at a time. And then finally, okay? This is simple exercise. This is just this one here. And you already feel some pain in the finger, and it's actually improving the circulation. The fingers at the extremities, same as the toe, same as the top of the head. This is where the chi has to return. So this is the place where there will be blockage of chi, and blockage of chi ultimately means inflammation. Okay, it's like blockage of your plumbing causes the plumbing to rust. It's that simple. Okay, now we're going to put the hands together. Okay, the palm of the hand together, fingers together, and you're just going to bring it down. Okay, you feel the pain on the wrist and the finger, and then come back. And we're going to now do some tapping. And so we put all 10 fingers together and try to keep the fingers straight so you can feel the vibration. I want you to focus on this, okay? It's very important that you anchor your mind onto your body. Otherwise, you're not doing meditation, you're just doing physical exercise. So this is about body and mind. Get ready, go 30 times. Okay. Now there's these are 10 energy points. There's a name for that. And then there's 8 energy points that are in between the fingers. So you cross your fingers like this. And again, we're going to tap that 30 times. Again, anchoring your mind onto your body. Get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to work on. We're going to start. We're going to continue with the fingertips and continue with the energy line. So this one here is the mind or the heart, right? So it's the same word for Chinese. So in this case, it's actually more the mind. And then here is the pericardium. That's the heart. And then here is the lung. And so let's work on them one together, one at a time. So two very important energy point here. This one helps to calm you down, give you better sleep. Actually continues. So we're going to work on that. So put the hands together, the meat touching the meat, right? The meaty part, not the bone part. Okay. Now forming a V and sit up straight 30 times. Okay, now we're going to do the opposite. This one is the lung, and then Put the hands together like this, okay? This part touching the other part. This is like a little drumstick, right? So just put that together, forming the V, focus, get ready, go. Okay? All right, so now this is the yin side. Yin means away from the sun, the shadow. Okay, so now we're going to work on the yang side, which is the one that's facing the sun. So in terms of the energy flow, what comes in from the universe is yin. What goes back is yang. So basically the energy comes in one side and then returns. So the yang side of that is energy line that we name after the small intestines. So there's an energy point right here, right here. So if you take your hand, you fold it, you see the line that goes across, and it's right here. So you put that together, okay? Put that together, forming a soft fist, and we're gonna tap that 30 times. And this one would help with your basically your digestion. Okay, so it's not just the digestion. The small intestines, we know this, right? So we get very happy when we eat. So the Chinese, they decided that the small intestines also causes pleasure, and so the heart and the small intestines is kind of together. It's kind of interesting. Now, on the other side, the lung, the opposite side of that is the energy point that we name after the large intestine. It actually runs through here. Now, so whenever we talk about the yin and the yang, they work together, right? They work together. And so um, I've been talking about high blood pressure. High blood pressure is something that has been bothering me because I've been working with the doctor and my mom. She's changing medicine as I've been explaining the last couple of weeks. And so I become much more aware of the energy points that helps with high blood pressure. And of course, one main reason why you have high blood pressure is you're not getting enough oxygen, right? You're not getting, especially not to the brain. And so this part of the body senses that, and so we increase the pressure on your pump. So the heart is the pump, but what gives the heart the oxygen is the lung. So there are energy points here that would help with lowering your blood pressure or giving more oxygen to your brain. And it actually is both the lung and the large intestine because there is circular, right? So there's this one is actually very important. This energy point that I call the merging valley, right? Now it also is that one energy point that creates some painkiller, natural painkiller. So this is a good one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this energy point, we put that on top. So you take the finger, you open the finger, you form this valley. Just put on top, okay? And then after 30 times, you will start to feel a little bit of numbness here, and that's what we want to work on. So get ready, 30 times. And the other side. Okay, and now this energy point, you feel you have some feeling, you have some tenderness here, so it's much easier to find now. But in any case, you put your fingers together, you see there's a little bump. You take the thumb, the right thumb, you put that on top of the thumb. You open back the fingers, so the thumb is on top of the valley, and you push against the index finger. Okay, and there's that one point that is really tender. And so if you have any kind of pain in the body, especially like when you have cramps, muscle cramp, you want to relieve the pain first, and that's how you do it. Okay. So the other side, right here, put that on top. Okay. So turns out that people who have elevated blood pressure, one some of them, not all of them, tend to have muscle cramp as well. And I've been told that that's a deficiency of magnesium. I'm not willing to take magnesium pill. I'm not willing to ask my mom to do that. So I rather focus on the food that you eat that would give you more magnesium. But they tend to go together, right? So we often have cramps, and this is a good one. All right. So now we're going to continue with this energy line called the large intestine. And it turns out that the next one that would help with high blood pressure is right here. Okay, so this is right here. So bring it together like this, and just use the thumb and just press down on this. It's very easy. And then the other one, press down on that. Okay, now it continues, and to the shoulder, measure 4 fingers down and just kind of press, massage this point. This is also a good one. And then right here, and then massage that point. Okay. Okay. Now I want to come back to the wrists, and the wrists turn out to be very important. So one of the one that, along with this energy line that we name after the heart or the mind, there's a couple of energy point here that would help you sleep. And so if you just fold your hand like this, the wrist, and just put your thumb here and just massage that. And then about 4 fingers worth, just massage that entire region. It's just down from the little finger, the pinky, massage that, and then also here, massage that. Okay. Now this is the really the mental part of the heart. The physical part of the heart comes down here, and if you measure 3 fingers, put the thumb in the middle, 4 fingers in the back, and massage that. That will help with your heart. Same thing on the other side. Okay. And there's one more energy point that is um, along the thumb, and it's the lung. This is the lung, right? So if you find yourself huffing and puffing after walking or going up and down the stairs, this one will help. So it's basically right here, right here. It's very easy to find. All right. So then you say, well, I don't know exactly where those energy points are. I don't feel anything when I do it. It's okay. We got a better technique called scraping. So let's open the shoulder, lean back, relax the shoulder, stretch out our left arm. We're going to scrape from the wrist, from the elbow to the wrist. And now we're going to scrape the center line, which is the pericardium. And then we're going to, here's the bone. And you're going to scrape just below the bone on this side, on the yin side, and that's the lung. Then we're going to scrape on the other side of the bone, and that's the large intestines. And then in the middle, that's called the triple warmer. We're going to use our scraping tool, which are the knuckles. And then we're going to start in the middle, move along to the wrist, come back. Now use your knuckle, okay? You feel like, oh man, it's going to hurt me. No, actually, after you get used to it, it's a very pleasant kind of pain, especially when you have carpal tunnel, and wake up in the middle of the night not knowing why. It's just very annoying. It's not pain, but just very annoying. Then that's what you want to do. Scrape. I do this all day. Okay, just relieve pain. Hey, come on, it happens when you get old. Okay, now straightening up your arm, and now we're going to scrape on this side of the bone. That's the lung, all the way. All right, so we're actually covering all those energy points that I mentioned, right? And then now we're going to scrape on the bone, then the other side of the bone. Remember, okay, always start at the elbow and with the wrist. Come back, and then we're going to scrape the center line, which is the triple warmer. It's one of the most pleasant things that I can do. It's just so pleasant, and you can do it anywhere. Okay, now scrape the back of the hand, scrape the fingers, scrape the thumb, back to the fingers again, and then scrape, and then the bone, and then the center line. And don't forget this energy line that we name after the heart. Here, all the way down to the magical area here, back. Okay. Now we're going to do on the right side. Stretch out your right arm from the elbow down using your knuckle. Okay, don't be afraid. And then to the wrist, back, and then the inner side of the bone, and then on top of the bone, the outer part, the outer edge of the bone, and then the middle, then the back of the hand, and then the fingers, the thumb. Okay, and you can actually buy scraping tools on Amazon. Some of you know how to buy it. There's actually they might use the Chinese word called huasa, and so if you want to know, just go to the ask the question on a circle, and I'll try to look for it for you. Okay. All right. So we're gonna continue. We're not done yet. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna do a little bit more dynamic form of exercising the entire hand, creating energy flow, action equal to reaction, right? So what goes out is yang, what comes back is yin. So let's sit up straight, all right? So always remember how we sit up straight. Stretch your spine, open your shoulder, lean back the upper torso, and then relax, right? Always remember that step. Now we bring our hands out, lock your elbow, fingers pointing to the camera. The four fingers of the spring, the thumb is the trigger. We're using the thumb to hold down the springs. So we wind up the springs and then holding it down with the thumb. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And continue. Open the shoulder, lean back, relax the shoulder. These two energy points go gate to the cloud. We're going to form the lotus hand by using the thumb and the middle finger, and we press. And the other three fingers we stretch out like this. So you're actually holding your hand. And then you put that on top of the gate to the cloud. Once again, open the shoulders, stretch the upper torso, lean back and relax. Back of the hand facing the camera, stretching out your fingers. Get ready. 1. Okay, stretch out your fingers. Come back, holding the lotus hand again, the thumb and the middle finger, and then all three fingers stretching out like this. Back to the gate to the cloud, open the shoulder, relax, get ready. 2, come back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right. So we're done with this set of extremities, the fingers all the way up, right? Now we're going to work on the other extremities, which is top of the head. Again, the yang energy comes up from the back, from the spine to the top of the head, which is called the 100 meets, and then comes back down. Okay. So this is extremity. And before we do that, we're going to learn to massage the neck and again, back to the people who have high blood pressure. Turns out half of the adults in the United States, adults, not elderly, adults, anyone who's over 18 is adult. Half of the adults have high blood pressure in America. Scary, huh? Among those people who have high blood pressure, who are medicated, our medical system is very good. The doctors, as soon as they know that you have high blood pressure, they will give you high blood pressure medicines. There's three different kinds that they can give you. But among the people that are medicated, 98% of them are considered essential hypertension. Essential hypertension. What does that mean? What does essential hypertension means? It means that essentially they don't know why. 90% of the people that the doctors prescribe high blood pressure medicine, the doctors don't know why. They don't know why you have high blood pressure. They only know that you have the symptom. And so they're going to fix the symptom by giving you high blood pressure medicine, meaning that Your body is actually giving you a warning that either you don't have enough oxygen to your brain, or that you are under stress all the time, that you're fight or flight all the time, creating stress hormone, therefore elevating your blood pressure. It's one or the other, right? But those have no cure. The doctors are not trained to cure those. They're only trained to give you medicine. And so what happened then is that if you have high blood pressure because you're not getting enough oxygen in the brain, but then the only cure they have is to lower your blood pressure, then you're definitely not getting enough oxygen in your blood. Over time, you create a lot of pain here, right? Again, remember now, pain means inflammation. Inflammation is because you don't have enough oxygen flow. And so I'm going to show you how to do some massage here to relieve that. And so the energy point that we want to know about is right here. This is called the Pan of Chi, okay? Pan of, Pan of Chi, Pan of Wind, actually, sorry, Pan of Wind. Now, to find that is very easy. The neck has two pieces of muscle, two tendon right here, one on each side, right? It's very easy to find. So you take your hand, you cross your fingers, you put that in the back of the hand. You use a thumb and just come down along, and then the first cavity you see, that's called the wind of the pond of wind. And so you sit up straight, you use your thumb, you push down, you lean back with your neck so you create some pressure, you hold it, and then you let go. And then so that allows the more flow. Okay, it's like squeezing the rubber hose, right? All right, so now you take your right hand, you put that on there. You know where that is now, right? So you push down with your four fingers, okay, and then you grab that piece of muscle and you pull that to the right. Same thing on the other side. Push down with your four fingers and you pull that to the left. Okay. Now you come back to this point. Then you go across until you get to the bottom of the ear. There's another energy point here. And you use your fingers and you pull back, massaging this area. It's very comfortable when you do that. It's very pleasant. Now, as you do that, there's actually an energy point right in the middle. Okay, it's like this is one, there's another one, right? So right in the middle is the one that actually help you sleep, improving the quality of your sleep. So this is a very good one. So you massage that, and then go back to the ear and just kind of massage all the way, massage all the way, massage all the way. Okay, so this is a good massage. Now, when I do massage, I call it chi massage because I'm massaging the energy points and not the muscle. Okay, now sit up straight. Remember this one now is called the pound of wind. Go across to the bottom of your ear and just across, across, across. And then in the middle, give it a good massage. All right. Now you can actually use your two thumbs to do that. So the back and just massage all the way across, back, right? Use one hand, bring it all the way here. Use another hand, bring it all the way to here, right? This really, it, okay? Now, after you walk across like this, then you need to come back to this energy point and work that. So as you come down along the left, there's another energy point here. Press down. And then same thing on the other side, press down. So back, and you can just use your thumb and just kind of massage, right? Okay. So this is good. This is a very good massage, especially those who have high blood pressure and are taking high blood pressure medicine over time. This part really gives you a lot of trouble. All right. So now, okay. So now you feel a little bit tingling on top of the head. Okay. So we're gonna massage. We're gonna learn to massage the top of the head. So fingers on the forehead. We're gonna go top first, and then we're gonna go to the side. So use the not the fingernail, okay, just the tip of the finger, and just go 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna go to the side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So understanding the energy lines here. So there's one, the primary one. This is called the governing vessel. Then on the both side is energy line that we name after the bladder. Then the one that we name after the gallbladder. These are all yang energy line. So now we're going to learn to tap the top, the very top of the body, that one extremity that is important. So we do this by opening a shoulder, lean back, and then relax. Now take 10 fingers, put that on top of the head, and we're going to tap this 40 times. Now don't look down. Okay, look at the camera. You ready? Go. Okay, massage again. One, two, three. Now on the side. One, two, and three. Okay. All right. Now we're going to learn to massage the face. Back to a big circle. Back to a big circle. Put that on the face. Massage the side. Back to the front. The forehead. The top of the head. The back of the head. And then the lower part. The neck. Back. Now, it's very important that we know what we're doing. So as we come back up from the neck, we come to the small brain. This is the motor function part. Okay. Then as we go up, that's the memory part. Then the top of the head, that's a cognitive function. Then the forehead from the face. Okay. All right. Now we're going to learn to massage the ear. Another set of extremity. So divide this into three parts. Put the thumb inside. This is good for your high blood pressure. Squeeze. Put the thumb in the middle. Squeeze. And then put the index finger in below. Squeeze. Massage the tip. Massage the edge. Massage the ear loop. Now we're going to learn to massage the back of the ear. So we take two fingers and we're just going to massage where the ear joins the skull. And then the other side. And then we're going to learn to um, pop the ear. So when we do this, we're actually massaging, stretching, and then pop. Okay, get ready? One, two, and three. All right, we're going to continue. So we're done with this. Now we're going to continue with the upper torso until we get to the toes. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to tap on these energy points. There's a very important one here. There's another very, very important one here. So again, stretch, open, lean back, and then relax. Right hand, empty hand, okay, as if you're drinking water. Put the fingers on top and the center of the palm in front. Turn your head to the right. Listen with your left ear. We're meditating, okay? We're meditating. So you need to anchor your mind onto your body. Get ready? Go. Continue. Okay, you need to do this as if you're playing an instrument. Okay, as if you're playing an instrument. You need to listen to it. All right, listen to it. All right, now the other side. Stretch, relax. Right, left hand on the right shoulder. Palm of the hand in the front. Get ready. Right ear. Listen. Wake up. Okay. All right. So we're going to continue with another energy point that has to do with the heart. So the finger comes along here. All right. So we take the elbow, we put that on top of the head. We go back to the top of the ear, and now we're going to work on this. But first, we're going to massage this area. This is part of the energy line for the heart, for the mind, the mental part of it. Then we're going to form the empty hand, sit up straight, put that on the armpit. Get ready, go. Continue. And the other side, put that on top of the head. Uh, just squeeze slightly. Don't use any force. Left hand, empty hand, right ear. Get ready. Wake up. Continue. And now we walk on the elbow. Elbow is very important, right? We have three energy points. One, two, three. Okay. And lung, pericardium, and the heart. So we take our left hand, stretch, lock the elbow, palm at the eye level, right hand, empty hand, fingers here, center the palm here. Listen with the left ear. Get ready. Wake up. Continue. And the other side, lock, left hand, right ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, now we're gonna work on the back. We're not done with upper torso yet. So the back is the energy line. There's actually four of them come up. It's the longest energy line of the 12 meridians, and it's the one that has the most energy point. It's the one that we name after the bladder. And so sit up straight, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, take the right hand, the palm, as far back as you can. That's fire. Then the other hand, use the back of the hand, wrap around on the right side. That's the kidney, that's water. So this is called mixing the water and fire, right? So imagine that the water is beneath the ground, the fire, the sun is above the ground. What's in the middle is the soil. So this one actually helps with your stomach, your splint, and all your intestines. Get ready? Rotate your hip. Very important to rotate your hip. Okay, get ready? Go. Okay, it's a very complicated way of staying healthy, huh? Very complicated way of staying healthy. It's not as simple as taking a pill. And it's because for thousands of years, the Asians, the Eastern culture, both Indians and the Chinese, they understand that we're a part of the universe, that we're just a being. And the universe consists of energy. And so the body survive, stay healthy, if you treat it as an energy system. And the energy in the universe consists of the sun. So when the sun comes out, it dominates. But then when the sun sets, then the rest of the planet dominates. And there are the planets that have a molten core, not the moon. Okay, they're the planets that have the molten core because as the planet rotate, they create magnetism. If you have a molten core, right? And so the planets that is most easy for the Asian ancient people to observe is the Jupiter. And they know long time ago, thousands of years before Galileo, they know that actually it takes 12 years for the Jupiter to go around the sun. So we have the zodiac, the 12th zodiac. I was born in the year of the monkey. But then they realized that that's not enough. That is not enough, right? There's other stars. So they identify, in addition to Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and so forth, a total of five stars. And so they named that energy, the energy that is away when the sun is not present. the yin energy, and they name them after the five elements. And they believe that those five elements has to work together, the same way that the energy in the body has to work together. Okay, so it's very complicated, but it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to me that I need to take a pill once in a while, but I also understand that the pill fixes the symptom, not the disease, right? But it's a big business, pharmaceutical industry is a big business. Do you know how big it is? You have no idea how big it is. Just on high blood pressure alone is a $200 billion annual business in America. Now, of course, that includes meditation, includes the medical services and everything. But it's a $200 billion industry. So why would you want to fix the problem? If you fix the problem, the doctors will be unemployed, the pharmaceutical industry will go bankrupt. Who needs that? All right. Okay, so now we're going to work on the lower part. Okay, the upper part has mainly to do with the heart and the lung, and the lower part has to do with everything else, which are grouped together, what we call metabolic. So first, we're going to work on the liver, then we'll work on the gallbladder, then we're going to work on the stomach and the splint, and then also the bladder. Okay, now again, these are names, but they don't point to organs as much as they point to energy lines. Okay, so here inside, in between the knee and the hip, two energy points. Use empty fist. First one, get ready, 30 times. Second one. And bringing together. Don't everything is recorded on YouTube, okay? And just go look for our channel. Okay. Now close your knee, and then outside, same thing. Now we are going from the liver to the bladder, okay? Sorry, liver to the gallbladder. Get ready? Go. And second one. And then now below the knee, okay? And then now here's the knee, right? So if and the energy lines on the outside. So as you come up, then you get to a point where you can't go anymore because the knee, that's the energy line. Get ready? Go. And the middle. And further down. And then now we're going to work on the front. Again, is yang, facing the sun. So we're going to come back to the knee. Measure 4 fingers. Locate the bone. Right next to the bone, facing forward. That's the stomach. This one is actually very important to you. Get ready? Go. And then further down, 4 fingers. Bone, outside the bone, facing forward. Okay, now, so that's the stomach. The opposite side, the yin side of that is in here. It's called the spleen. We're going to work on that separately. This is that important. But then we're going to skip and work on the back, and that's the energy line that we name after the bladder. There's a very important energy point here, right below the calf. Um, High blood pressure, dementia, uh, that all that. So it's very important that you find that, and then also learn to exercise uh, during the day. This is especially good when you're sitting down watching TV. So you use the right knee and you put that right below the calf and you kind of massage, very sore, right? That's the point. And 30 times. And then the other side, again, using the left knee, put that on the bottom of the calf and it's kind of like this, very sore, 30 times. Okay, now we're going to learn to massage the toes. And then after that, we're going to do some meditation. Actually, very important to learn to do abdominal breathing. Because what you find is that when you go to YouTube, you listen to Western doctor, Eastern doctor, um, people from the mainline doctors, people from alternative medicines, they're all going to explain to you how to reduce your blood pressure. They don't actually explain how, why, but they will promote magnesium, potassium, uh, CQ10, all kinds of things because they have something to sell. Then when they get to the very end, they get to the part where they can't make any money on it, and they will tell you, by the way, the best way to lower your blood pressure is learn how to do deep breathing. So when we're done, we're going to learn how to do deep breathing. That is the one thing that can lower your blood pressure. Okay. All right. Now, also, some of you are new, so you kind of have to say, yeah, so, where do I find other information? The best way is to go to Denny K. Miu, M-I-U, that's my name. K is my middle name. DennyKmiu.com, and you get a list of all the activities, the Cantonese, the English, the written part, the video, the exercise, and all that. And so if you're interested in subscribing to YouTube channel, then it's dennykmiu.com/YouTube or slash Facebook or slash insight hyphen timer or slash Patreon, right? So that's how you find the other information. Over time, I learned that I can't really post anything on Insight Timer. Every time I do that, they censor the entire article. So the best is for you to subscribe my Patreon page as a free member. You can make donations, but you don't have to. And so if you ask a question on a circle, and the circle is dennykmiu.com/circle. Join the circle, ask the question, and then I'll answer. If I don't have to put any links, then I'll answer it right away. If I have to put any links, knowing that Insight Timer will censor me, then I put it on our Patreon page. Very simple. Okay. All right. Okay. So we continue. We're going to learn how to massage our toes. This is something you should do every night before you go to sleep. Massage the toes one at a time. So we have 5 fingers representing um, the energy line, the 6 energy lines originating from our fingers. And then we have 5 toes, which are also the end points or origination point for the other 6 energy lines. So after we massage, then we massage the neck area. Then we massage the inside. Then we massage the ball area. Then we massage the heel. And we bring out our scraping tools now and we scrape the bottom of the feet, both the middle, the left, and the right. Then we're going to do some acupressure on this energy point. It's very important called the gushing spring. And so it's right at the bottom of the ball area. You can find it very easily. You just two thumbs and then just push down. And some of you, this one might be very sore, okay? and massage a little bit. Okay, now we're going to massage the arch. So you can either use your finger, but if your finger hurts, then just scrape. This is the part where the splint energy line crosses, so it's very important. Okay, so now we're going to work on this energy part and line that we name it the splint. It's very, very important, okay? And many of you, as you age, especially the women like my mom, they have swollen feet. And this is also true if you take high blood pressure medicine because it tend to retain water. And so the water has to do with the lymph node. The lymph node is part of the splint energy line. So the lymph node is also for your immune system. So you can imagine how important it is. So first, we're going to identify the energy point right here. Let's take the heel right here. Measure 4 fingers. Find the bone just below the bone. This is very important. It's called 3 yin meat. High blood pressure, all kinds of problem. Okay, now we're going to use the empty hand. Just tap it 30 times. And now we're going to scrape below the bone to clear that energy line. And we're going to learn to massage the top in between the toes, back. And then there's one energy point here. Actually, this one and this one, they're related, right? This one is the large intestine. This one is the liver. They're related. Together, the 4 energy points are the ones that people use a lot to reduce high blood pressure, especially this one. This one has to do with liver. Liver has to do with anger. So you about 2-3 fingers, you push down here, you rub. And then on the other side, you take your toe and you just bend it backward and you stretch this tendon. This is called the longevity tendon. Then you scrape that tendon. And now you come back to this energy point. This is the kidney energy line, that's water. Then the center of your palm is the fire, is water and fire. Same thing as what we did with the back, water and fire. Get ready, 30 times. Continue. Okay. Now to the right foot, quickly. Massage the neck area in between the ball area, the heel, scrape the middle, and then do some acupressure on the gushing spring. Okay, and then massage this arch. And then continue, the arch goes up like this to the heel. This is the angle. I call it heel earlier. That's not right. That's the angle. 4 fingers, locate the bone, beneath the bone, empty hand, 30 times. Wake up, continue. And then find the bone, scrape below the bone. And then in between the toes, back, and then open, and then press down, massage. Continue by turning the feet and bend back the toe. See this, you're stretching the tendon, then you scrape the tendon. and then mixing the water and fire. Get ready. 30 times. Go. Continue. And massage. Okay. All right. So now we're going to learn how to do abdominal breathing because everybody teaches you how to do deep breathing. They all believe that this is the one thing that you can do to reduce your blood pressure. Again, blood pressure, high blood pressure is very, very important, right? It's so important that you better find the reason why you have a high blood pressure and not just taking medicine to reduce the blood pressure. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? So think about it, right? Think about it. If you're overweight, chances are you're going to have high blood pressure. If you don't exercise, chances are you're going to have high blood pressure. If you eat the wrong food, right? You eat processed food all the time. You're not eating enough vegetable. You're going to have high blood pressure. If you have a diet that has a lot of salt, not the salt that you add, but the salt that you use to preserve the food, like in processed food, right? Luncheon meat, hot dog, breakfast, uh, you know, pastrami, that kind of thing. They have a lot of salt in it, and so if your diet is around that, then you're gonna have inflammation in your body. Then you're gonna causes high blood pressure. If you eat a lot of deep fried food using vegetable oil, there's no such thing. You can't make oil out of vegetable. You can only make oil out of seed, and seed oil is very inflammatory. Okay, so eliminate those, then you end up with two populations that are most likely um, have high blood pressure. One are the elderly, like myself. As you age, you're going to have high blood pressure because your lung and your heart capacity are deteriorating and you're not sending enough oxygen to your body. Okay, especially here. So let's learn how to massage this part first. So you turn your neck to the left, you feel this, right? And then so the cavity here, and just kind of massage that. Do that every once. Don't use any force, just massage that. Okay, so if you're elderly, um, like me, you can't help it. Your blood pressure is going to go up a little bit, and so they even relax that. So you say, oh, 80, uh, you can go up to I forgot the number, something like 90 over 140, something like that. That's acceptable, especially if you go to a neurologist. They would tell you, oh, you actually want a little bit higher elevated blood pressure because you really want to get more oxygen into your head. So the population that you know that tend to have high blood pressure are the elderly, like myself, and the other ones, and it can be elderly too, are the ones that are angry all the time, right? A lot of angry all the time because they're under stress. They're creating stress hormone, right? All right. So everybody will tell you, hey, just learn to do deep breathing. It would help because deep breathing does two things. It increases your lung capacity and it puts you in the rest and digest mode. So you're not putting out any stress hormones. That's why with that one exercise will solve all your problem. You just have to learn how to do it. And so people will say, oh, you need to do what's called box breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds. And some people will say, oh, no, 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 no. You don't want to do that. And you just have to lower your breathing rate until you get about 6 breaths per minute, right? 10 seconds total. You can do that too. But what you find is that, and then there's somebody who actually is very intelligent. He says, it doesn't make sense. If you actually force yourself to breathe like that, you actually create anxiety. Whereas what you really want to do is to be in rest and digest. Rest and digest means that you just relax. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a, deep breathing that is relaxed. Relaxed. Okay, relax. Okay, so how do you do that? So first you come back to the body. Just do something very simple. I used to teach very complicated, seven support point, Bodhidharma or Variability. Just relax, sit properly, relax your hand, stretch your spine, open that shoulder, lean back up the torso, and then relax. And then make sure that your heads are not like this. So you don't use any neck, I don't want you to use any neck muscle. So you gotta raise your head, raise your head, and then just slightly tuck in your chin so you're looking down. Close your eye, relax your eyelids so you can see the floor and your hand and your shoulder and your knee. Okay, that's it. Now, the one thing you might need to learn to do is to put the tip of the tongue behind here, which is right where the teeth meets the roof of your mouth. And that way, it reactivate your saliva gland. Put yourself, force your body into rest and digest. Now, I want you to focus on your breath. Start with knowing your breath. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Now we go from knowing to anchoring. So meaning that I'm going to focus on my belly button. When I know that I'm breathing in, just move the belly button forward, not forcing it forward, just using your mind. Relax. When I know that I'm breathing out, move that belly button back. Breathe in, forward. Breathe out, move it back. Let's do that for 3 minutes, okay? Just practice on that. Now we're going to sit for another 3 minutes. And this time, I want you to be very conscious of your breath, but not trying to control your breath. And just breathe in a very relaxed way and just stay with your breath. Now, I want you to imagine yourself going to your favorite beach, watching the ocean, and see how the water rises, and then see how the water recedes back into the ocean. I want you to synchronize that with your breath. So as you breathe in, it's as if the water rises up, and as you breathe out, it's as if the water recedes back into the ocean. And the same way, when you're watching the ocean, you're not in a rush. You're just letting the ocean do its thing. I want you to do the same thing with your breath. Just watch your breath, stay focused on your breaths, but not try to control your breath and just relax. But stay with it as long as you can. Breathe in, water rising up, and then breathe out, water receiving back to the ocean. Okay, try to do that. Relax, but focus. Stay with the breathing in as long as you can, as if you're staying with the ocean. Stay with the breathing out for as long as you can, but completely relax. You can't change the ocean, so don't try to change your breath. Just observe your breathing, stay with it, and you find that you're breathing longer and longer, deeper and deeper, and you're getting into almost like a trance state. Just completely focus on your breathing. When you breathe in, move the stomach belly button forward, open your stomach. When you breathe out, move the belly button backward, collapse your stomach. Stay with your breath, but observe your breath. Don't try to force anything, okay? Just stay with your breath. Imagine you're at your favorite beach, watching the water. It's so pleasant, so relaxed. Okay, now we're going to continue. We're going to sit for another 3 minutes. This time, I want you to go back to your beach again, watch the ocean. You will notice that the water will rise and then it will recede back into the ocean. And when it completely gone back to the ocean, it doesn't come back right away. The world is at a standstill, and then eventually the water will come back. It's the same with it's the same with your breath. If you totally relax, let go of your breathing, you will notice that the body will breathe in, the body will breathe out. And then after it finishes breathe out, there's a time when it doesn't breathe in right away. It's only you that is forcing your body to breathe in right away. So if you just let go, you will find that third part where nothing happens. I'm not asking you to hold your breath. I'm just asking you to stay focused on that empty part. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay focused on the empty part. Wait for the body to breathe in. Don't participate in your breathing. Let go of your breathing. This is what I mean by relaxed breathing. So we're essentially dividing the breathing process into three parts. Breathe in, breathe out, and then just stay focused. Anchor your mind on that emptiness. And that's called anapanasati. Okay? All right, we have time, so let's sit for 5 minutes. Completely relax. Let that emptiness present itself. After you breathe out, don't breathe in. Let your body breathe in on its own. Find that emptiness. After you breathe out, just relax, let go, let the body breathe in on its own. So your entire focus now is on that emptiness. The fact that your body is breathing in or breathing out is coincidental. Okay, open your eyes. All right, now put your hands together and then massage again. Look up this body, top of the head, back of the neck. Okay, and so this is deep breathing. So it has a benefit of using your diaphragm, increasing your lung capacity. So automatically sends more oxygen into your brain. It puts you in the rest and digest mode, so you're not putting on the stress hormone. No reason to raise your high blood pressure again. And then, but it also does something else. It actually sets your body into a subharmonic vibration, less than 1 hertz, right? So if it takes 10 seconds to take a breath, then it's a tenth of a hertz. So that's very, very low frequency. And it's actually a way to heal not only your body, but your entire neurological system. The some you know the military find out that when they do subharmonic communications with the submarines, if they're not careful, they actually kill some of the mammals under the sea, the whales and so forth, because it sends the wrong signal to the body, right? So these are all they're not magical. They're just what I call experiential. It's what some people experience in the past, and they pass it on as an experience, right? And if it works, it works, right? It works for me. Now, a quick answer. Who is it that asked that question? Oh, okay. Michelle asked about seed oil, especially particularly black seed oil. Black seed is very good for you. Some people believe in black seed oil. Some people believe in flex seed oil, grape seed oil. I think they're all fine as long as you don't heat them up. Don't cook them. Don't heat it up. Okay? Any oil that if you raise the temperature to a point where you have film, that's bad. It's just bad. Okay, so deep fry food using vegetable oil is very bad for you. All right, so we're gonna spend the next few minutes doing this one qigong exercise, and then we're gonna sit for a little while. So we might go over 5 minutes. Okay, so back to the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Quickly, question is, Lynn asks, when you clap, do you hear that hollow sound? Yes, yes. It's an instrument. This is an instrument, right? It's like the drum. So when you play the drum, there's a sound that resonates that gives you the quality of your musical playing. So when you tap on the shoulder, when you tap, you use empty hand. You're actually forcing air, okay? And you're coupling the body, send the body into vibration. So the sound is very important. So if you notice, even though I don't tap that hard, it makes a huge sound because it's an instrument that I'm playing, okay? And then you will notice that everyone sounds the same, okay? It's just like playing the drum, all right? So very quickly, we're gonna go to the Jing, which is a very good exercise for what I call mindful aging, okay? Because it does three things. It's very cardio, not just the heart, but the heart and the lung, okay? Always, when the Westerners, they say cardio, they only talk about the heart, right? The heart is just a pump, right? The ingredients of the heart is important, which is oxygen. So the lung heart has to work together. That's a big part of that. The second is that we do a lot of stretching, which is very important. And then finally, we do a lot of strength building, protecting our protein. Okay, all right. So first of all, you stand like the pine tree. You sit like the bell. You stand like the pine tree. So the bottom of the feet are like growing roots into the ground. Then the rest of the tree has to be relaxed. So okay, so we have to do that. So we're going to do that. So let's do that by rotating the toes inward 45 degree and then loosening up the knee a little bit. Okay, so you're not locking the knee. That way you're using the calf muscle, which is the energy point that I talked about. Very important. Okay. Now you come back, you open that shoulder, you relax the shoulder, you stretch up the spine, your spine, and then you relax. Okay. Now make sure that you're not looking down like this. You're just looking straight ahead. So the top of the head is on top of the central nervous system. The first form is called spirit boosting palm. So you take your palm, the center of the palm is facing down, and you put that so it forms a plane, not in front, not in the back. And then when you push mind body together, sends a shock wave through your spine. And if you're mindful, you can actually feel the shock wave coming back. Okay, now get ready. Don't look down. Okay, get ready. When I say go, don't follow me. Follow yourself. Follow your mind. So make sure that your mind and your body are together. Okay, get ready. Go. And then now relax. Come back to the rest and digest. Pay attention to your breathing. One breath, two breath. Okay, second time, make sure your knees are not locked. Second time, go. And then relax. One breath, two breaths. One last time. Open the shoulder, palm facing down, mind body together. Go. And then back to the rest and digest. Stay focused on your breath, one breath at a time. The second form, we go with the thumb. We take the thumb, we point it to this energy point called one tail, but forming the energy loop without touching. Then we roll up with four fingers. Remember now, the thumb has to do with the large intestine. That has to do with detox. Okay, so you're detoxing your body by lifting up the thumb, as if you're lifting up two buckets of water. And then relax without lowering your hand. Stay focused on your breathing. Coming back to the rest and digest, maintaining that harmony between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Second time, raise your thumb, bend your thumb backward as hard as you can, and then relax. Stay focused on the breathing. One last time, and stay focused on the breathing. Lower your hand. Okay, now the next one is called beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is like the baby. Put the hand fingers across, the thumb across, roll the four fingers, squeeze the thumb inward. So this is very good for your cardio, both the heart and the lungs. Get ready, squeeze, and then relax without lowering your hand. Back to the breathing. It's very important to go back and forth between the fight or flight and the rest and digest. Okay. Marathon runners often would have heart attack because they actually create too much stress hormone. Second time, squeeze and relax. Third time, squeeze and then relax, lower your hand, back to your breath. And now we're going to take a deep breath and breathe in and relax. Now we're going to stretch the back, okay? Stretch the back by putting the elbows together. Focus on the back and squeeze your back. Stretch your back and then relax. Second time. Stretch your back and then relax. One last time. Stretch your back and then relax. Okay, the next one, we open our shoulder. We bring a fist above the head. Then we open the fingers. Now we roll a fist, one joint, two joint, lock it with the thumb, open the fist and squeeze. This is good for your heart. And then relax. Second time, squeeze and then relax. Okay, people talk about exercise they can do to lower blood pressure. This is one of them. Okay, one last time. Open your shoulder, roll your fist, and squeeze and relax. They even sell you tools that you can squeeze, okay? But you don't need that tool. Now, the next one is called stabbing the shoulder because what we're doing is we're energizing the energy line that we name after the gallbladder, sending oxygen to your brain. Okay, now you do that by opening your shoulder and then grabbing a dagger. Then you point your dagger onto the top of your shoulder. Make sure you open your shoulder. And you stab. You feel the tightness in the back of your neck? Yeah, relax. Remember those two energy points for the wind upon? Second time, one step at a time. Open your shoulder, grab your dagger, point the dagger onto your shoulder, and stab. And then relax. One last time. One step at a time. Open the shoulder, grab the dagger, point the dagger onto your shoulder, and stab. And then relax. Back to the breathing. Now, this one is called the cross. Stretch your arm. Imagine you have two wars on the side. First, we'll rotate the wrist. Remember all those energy points along the wrist? Then you roll your fists, take a deep breath, and you push, stretching the upper part of your arm. That's a very important energy point line called the triple warmer. And then you relax. Second time, roll your wrists, roll your fist, take a deep breath, and push. And then relax. One last time. Push. And then relax. Next one's called front hang. Same thing. In the front, lock your elbow, roll your wrist, roll your fist, take a deep breath, and push. As if you're pushing a wall in front. Second time. Push. And then relax. Focus on your breathing. One last time. Push. And then relax. Now we're going to do a chin up. This is the part where you want to, right, maintain your muscle. Muscle is very important as you age. Now imagine you have a bar, grab the bar, pull yourself up, and then relax. Don't use that muscle, you're going to lose it, okay? Use those muscle. Get ready? And then relax. One last time. Pull yourself up, and then relax. Here comes the test. Grab that yellow page. You don't know what yellow page is? Wrong class. Rip that yellow page. And then relax. Second time. Rip that yellow page. And then it's a phone book. Rip that yellow page. And then relax. Now collect all your slivers. If your mouth is dry, that means you didn't relax enough, right? Your mouth has to be wet at this point because those breath that we focus on, that creates the saliva. Now you're going to take all those saliva, you're going to swallow it all the way down here. Get ready? Swallow. Okay, now come back to your goat stand. This is called the goat stand. Relax your knee. Now we're going to have to relax the knee all the way to the end, okay? Now, back of the hand touching, straight down, without standing up, right? Without straightening up the knee. The knee is still bent. We're going to squeeze the fist 3 times. 1, back of the hand touching, relax, focus on the breathing. 2, back to the breathing. 3, back to the breathing. Now, without standing up, right? Continue to loosen up your knee, activating your calf. Turn your hands, palm facing forward. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, palm facing forward, push, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Back to the seat. Very important that we sit and relax. I mentioned marathon runners often have heart attack because they put their body into stress, creating stress hormone over time. They create what's called cortisol resistance. They're no longer sensitive to the natural steroid, and therefore the body inflames. So you could be exercising every day, running quarter mile every day, a couple miles every day, and you still die from a heart attack because you actually put your body in stress all the time. So this was a very stressful exercise. So now we got to relax and sit for 5 minutes. Let the body restore the sensitivity to the steroid, the stress hormone. Focus on your breathing. At first, just be aware of the breathing in, be aware of the breathing out, and then anchor your mind on the belly button. When you know that you're breathing in, relax the stomach, move the belly button forward. When you know that you're breathing out, collapse the stomach, moving the belly button back, one breath at a time. Then follow the breath for as long as you can. When you pay attention to your breath slows down. Then eventually you find that space, the emptiness after you breathe out. Follow the breath, breathe in, follow the breath, breathe out, and then tell yourself, I'm just going to stay still and wait for the body to breathe in on its own. Okay, open your eyes. Put your hands together again. Wake up that body. Always wake up that body after you meditate. Okay. Now, high blood pressure is very important, very serious. But whether or not you have high blood pressure, there are two indicators that are even more important. One is that you check the bottom of your feet. And if the bottom of your feet is always cold, and when I check the bottom of my feet, it's nice and pink, you can see like blood underneath the skin, that means that your circulation is good. But if you look at your feet and it's just like pale gray, no sign of blood, very cold all the time, then your circulation is very bad because you don't have enough oxygen in your bloodstream. It prioritizes, puts it all in your inside, ignores the brain, ignores the bottom of your feet. So check the bottom of your feet, make sure that it's not cold. Cold feet is not a good thing. So what can you do if you have cold feet? Try to soak your feet into hot water before you go to sleep. Okay, and do the exercise that we do here. You improve your circulation, you improve your breath. The other thing is also very important. Check inside your mouth. See if you have any saliva. If you're under stress all the time, you're not gonna have saliva because that's the first thing that the adrenaline and the cortisol would do is to turn off your saliva. That's when you are in the parasympathetic mode. That's why people drink water all the time. I'm here for more than an hour and a half. You didn't notice that I drink water. What you did notice is that I'm swallowing my saliva all the time. So how do you keep your mouth wet? How do you do that? Well, it's like you're this tiny little boat in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of a storm. If you don't have an anchor, then the boat's going to go all the way. You have no choice but to be in fight or flight. So you need to find an anchor, meaning that you need to learn to anchor your mind. It's very simple. When you're in motion, whether you're walking or exercise, you anchor your mind on your body, the center of your palm, the bottom of your feet, your shoulder, your fingers, whatever it is that you're doing, anchor it onto your body. You could be chopping vegetable, you could be making coffee, right? Just anchor it on your body. Don't don't let the boat do its thing in the middle ocean because you're gonna crash. When you're stationary, when you're sitting, you're standing, especially when you're sleeping, when you're about to go to sleep, anchor your mind on your breath. Anchor your mind on your breath. Right? That's the reason why you cannot sleep at night is because you don't have an anchor. Anchor your mind on your breath. Then you find that your mouth is full of saliva because you're in rest and digest. That guarantees good health. So two things: the mouth, saliva, and the bottom of your feet. Okay, and you will find that people who have high blood pressure are the ones that have very cold feet and the ones that have very dry mouth because it indicates two things: lack of oxygen, too much stress hormone. Okay, all right. So 5 times. Let's get all that bad chi out of the bottom of your lung because we're practicing abdominal breathing now. Focus on your elbow. Sit up straight. 5 times. Okay. Wake up your neighbor. Get ready. Okay. All right. I'll see you all next time. And be blessed. It's the new year. I guarantee you 2024 is going to be a very tough year. Okay. We're going to have earthquake, have plane crashing, elections coming up. Supreme Court just decided to decide on a case that probably changes the history of this country. It's going to be a tough year. Time to anchor your mind. Okay. Be blessed. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Be happy. I'll see you all next week. Namaste. Okay. 星期一見，拜拜，
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
拜
Thank you.
拜。
Bye.
Thank you for all the donations. Bye bye. See you next week.